We've had people that allowed us to take front of the manifest and pass an investor. Yeah, no, it was. I think some of the entirety of my time, people have been asking about actually allowing you to do that. But I think one, I think the first thing you did is there's just, so, we need to Keith Cartersville, I mean, I read all of it. I sure I had a song or something. And do things that nice cities, nice cities. No, Frank McCann's telling me he was at the beach this week.
Is he at,
They've got a place that.
Yeah. David picked a bunch of us to go to Sips and Suds or something like that. It's a sandwich shop out on the, how are you? Did y'all have a good meeting over there? Solving all the problems? You still need our votes, all right? We'll shut it down.
Yeah, only 3 of you are.
We will shut it down. We're running this show, not you. What y'all got?
Almost there. That Don Evans called me out.
I will say this. I'm thinking Don doesn't count.
How's it, Don?
I ain't never in long.
It's 7 o'clock.
You know, we can't say that.
Y'all ready? Please make sure.
Whatever you say.
Please make sure your microphones are. It is. It's on the phone. It's 7. So nobody scream or yell. I'm getting ready to hit this. Good evening. I'll call this meeting of the Cartersville City Council to order. If you'll please stand for our invocation and pledge.
Please join me as we pray. Our dear gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunity to come and do the business of the city. And we also would like to thank you for the opportunity to celebrate tomorrow, the things that mean so much to this country, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And we ask this, as you watch over our country, but as tomorrow we celebrate Juneteenth, that we would come together as a community and celebrate that, that vital, important part of our history. We ask that you'd be with those who aren't with us tonight, that you would watch over them and be with them. Bless us now as we go before it now and do the business of the city, and it's in your holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just break the roll, please.
Carrie Pye, Ward 1. Here. Jay Stepp, Ward 2.
Here.
Carrie Roth, Ward 3.
Here.
Calvin Quigley, Ward 4. Gary Fox, Ward 5. Here. Alyssa Cordell, Ward 6.
Here.
Thank you, Julia. First order of business is the approval of our council meeting minutes from June 4th. And council, you've had an opportunity to look those over. Now would be the time to make any changes, or if there are none, a motion's in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved unanimously. Council, I'll ask you to please add 5 items to the agenda tonight.
Make a motion to add 5 items.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
5 items added. Thank you for that. We have a series of first readings. So, Mr. Menino, if you'll get us started with Z2603.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. First, all 4 of the cases on the agenda tonight all have been properly posted and advertised. There appears to be no conflicts of interest, and they've been reviewed based on the adopted standards. The first one, Z2603, is at 602 South Tennessee Street. It's approximately a half-acre vacant lot directly adjacent to the lot on the corner of Peachtree Street and South Tennessee Street. The parcel on the corner is currently zoned general commercial. The parcel that's up for question this evening is currently zoned heavy industrial. With that, the applicant who owns the corner would like to make the parcel consistent with the general commercial zoning that he already has. This vacant lot, it's been vacant for several years now. We believe it was part of the next lot down, which you'll see on the next request, which is directly related to this application. With that, the Planning Commission did recommend rezoning this property from heavy industrial to general commercial.
Thank you very much. Any questions for Randy at this time? Thank you, Randy. And with that being said, I'll open up a public hearing for Z2603 and ask anybody who wishes to step forward, speak for or against, to do so at this time.
Mr. Jordan, who owns it, was at the Planning Commission meeting. I do not see him in the audience.
Thank you for that, Randy. I'll close the public hearing for Z2603 And we will take this up for a second reading and consideration at our meeting on Wednesday, July the 1st is when our next meeting will be. And so we'll proceed with Z2604.
Thank you again, Mayor and Council. This parcel is directly below the parcel that we just discussed, 606 South Tennessee Street. It currently has some structures or a structure on it. The property is currently zoned heavy industrial, and the applicant is requesting it to match Mr. Jordan's request of general commercial. And with that, I believe during the Planning Commission, he had mentioned his wife may be looking to run an antique store out in front of the existing building that's on that parcel. With that, the Planning Commission did hold a public hearing, and the Planning Commission did recommend approval of rezoning this from heavy industrial to general commercial.
Fantastic. Any questions for Randy at this time? Thank you, Randy. I'll open up a public hearing for Z2604. And again, ask anybody wishing to step forward, speak for or against, to do so at this time. And when you do, your name and your address so our clerk can accurately capture that in the minutes.
My name's Drew Blackwell. I live at 4 Creekstone Court in Cartersville, Georgia. My wife and I own that piece of property, and we had that property for lease for several months. I ran a business out of it. We've moved our business, and she wants to open up an antique store. We had several applicants that wanted to lease the property, all of which would have had to be zoned general commercial. That building is actually, although it looks like a warehouse, 75% of that building is finished as office space. There's only basically the side that you see on the right is pretty much the only part that is warehouse. And so pretty much the whole thing would be an antique store if we could get it rezoned. It's not really suitable for heavy industrial. You couldn't manufacture anything there. You couldn't really do anything else with it. So Zach, I've dealt with several times with the applicants, several of the applicants filled out the application, went to Zach. He told them it have to be rezoned. None of them wanted to go through the rezoning process to lease the building, so here we are.
Very good. Any questions? Thank you.
Cool, thanks.
All right, thank you. Anyone else wishing to step forward, speak for or against on 2604 may do so at this time. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing for Z2604, and again, we'll take this up for another public hearing and council consideration on Wednesday, July the 1st. AZ 26-01.
Thank you again, Mayor and Council. This case and the following case are directly related. Due to the realignment of Great Valley Parkway, there are some parcels that ended up being shifted, and to keep the property on one side in the city and the property on the other side in the county, the applicant, or Bartow Cartersville Joint Development Authority, has requested that this swap happen and the rezoning of the other parcel and annexation of these parcels occur. With that, Planning Commission did recommend approval of both the annexation and the rezoning to the heavy industrial with the overlay district on these parcels.
Thank you. Questions for Randy? Thank you. I'll open up a public hearing for the zoning portion of 2601. And anybody wishes to speak for or against may do so at this time. And seeing none, I'll close the zoning hearing for 2601, open up an annexation hearing for 2601, and invite anybody to come forward and speak on the issue. And seeing none, I will close the annexation public hearing, and once again, we'll have the second reading, those same hearings, on Wednesday, July 1st.
And the final request, AZ 26-02, is the other side of Great Valley Parkway from the realignment of the roadway. This parcel is being requested to be de-annexed. It only requires the de-annexation hearing because the county will handle the zoning portion of the request. With that, Planning Commission did recommend approval.
So we just need to do one public hearing for that then, don't we?
Just a de-annexation hearing.
How about that? All right, thank you for that. Thank you, Randy. I'll open up the annexation hearing for AZ 26-02. Anybody to wish to speak for or against on the topic may do so at this time. And I'll just comment, the reason why this is the way the JDA Park is set up. It's been one side of the road is the county, the other side of the road is the city. We realigned Great Valley Parkway, and so this is just kind of cleaning that up a little bit since those two parcels have kind of mishmash there. I'll close the public hearing for AZ 26-02, and again, we'll take that up for consideration on July the 1st. Moving on, Mr. Story, you look like you're ready to go. Look like you're ready to try to impress Mr. Lovell tonight, I think.
I hope not.
Thank you, Mayor. The Electric Department is requesting approval from council for MEAG to perform a transmission study for high-density load potential customer data bank.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? If there are none, a motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item for you, Mr. Story.
Yes, Mayor, this is a resolution that updates the City of Cartersville's Electric Cities of Georgia voting delegates by removing the former director, designating the mayor as a primary voting delegate, and appointing myself as the alternate voting delegate. The Electric Department is requesting council for approval for this change.
Thank you. Any discussion? If there are none, a motion's in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Mr. Lovell, I assume we have to handle all three of these in different swaths?
Oh, we
Or
should.
can we do- okay.
But
Okay, we just-
I can make a general statement on all of them, and then y'all can just vote on them one at a time.
Thank you.
Basically, the city of Cartersville received anti-litem notices from two automobile accidents. Item 8 and 9 are from the same automobile accident, and item 10 is from a second automobile accident. It is recommended by staff that y'all deny these anti-litem notice claims at this time, and they are being handled by the insurance company.
Thank you for that. So we'll take up the resolution denying the anti-litem notice by Robert Dorrego Perez. Chair will entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the resolution.
Second?
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. The next one is related to Ariana Torres.
Make a motion to approve the resolution.
Second?
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. And the third and final is Willard Anthony Carroll.
Make a motion to approve the resolution.
Second?
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you for that. Mr. Wilson, you are up, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Stormwater Division is nearing completion of the Pocket Park at the intersection of Etowah Drive and Lee Street. After significant rain several weeks ago, we had a situation where we needed to do stabilization. The best way to do that was with the purchase of sod. We are requesting approval to purchase up to 50 pallets of sod from Sod of Atlanta at a not-to-exceed price of $23,500. Since then, we actually have done some work out there. Probably not going to spend that much, but we would like to have that not-to-exceed price in there. This will be paid from the interest from the ARPA funds.
Thank you for that. Any questions for Mr. Wilson on this? If not, Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Wade. Chief Champion, you've got a couple items here. We'll start with the cardiac monitor.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This first item is for a request for approval of purchase of a LifePak 35 cardiac monitor. This monitor would be utilized in our EMT program in-house and also as a backup for the monitor that will be on the EMS unit that will be going to service very soon. We sought bids and got a quote for $53,515.43. We do recommend your approval, but this is not a budgeted item.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? If not, a motion's in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion, thank you. Motion carries unanimously. And then one of the add-on items was a grant application authorization. And Chief Champion, if you'll handle that for us, please.
Yes, Mayor. This is a resolution to request authorization of the mayor on behalf of the City Council to file an application through the Department of Homeland Security for funding and grant application for equipment, the same as the cardiac monitor just requested, as well as some defibrillation devices. Also, it has automated CPR machines included in that. This is also authorizing the city manager and the fire chief to execute documents related to this grant.
Thank you for that. Is there any discussion? If not, a motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve the resolution.
All in favor, indicate by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Chief. And Ms. DeSanto, you are up for the first of several this evening.
Yes, sir. This item is the annual review, evaluation, and recommendation for the general property casualty, automobile, cyber liability, and excess workers' compensation lines of coverage for the upcoming period of July 1, 2026 through June 30th, 2027. The city's insurance brokers completed a review of our insurance renewal and evaluated both our current option as a renewal as well as having all lines with Travelers. And after reviewing all options, the recommendation is Travelers All Lines program as providing the strongest overall combination of coverage, administrative efficiency, and cost effectiveness for the city. The recommended Traveler All Lines option represents a premium increase of approximately $96,354 or 5.9% over the expiring program. And the total renewal premium for all lines of coverage is $1,733,037. This includes Cowbell Cyber Insurance as well as Arch for excess workers' compensation. This expense is included in our fiscal year 26-27 budget.
Thank you. Questions for Diana on this? If there are none, a motion is in order.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
And the motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Diana. Good evening, Freddie.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
Doing well, Mr. Mayor. How are you all? The second reading of the utility payment cash rounding ordinance, there have been no changes since the first reading. We're asking for your approval of that.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion on this item? If not, a motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Diana, we just missed you. It's been too long. You've got the next couple here.
Yes, sir. This first one is the proposed fiscal year 26-27 budget that includes a water and sewer fund increase. This increase is a 5% water and sewer rate for all customer types to include residential, commercial, industrial, irrigation, wholesale. Again, this is for both inside and outside the city limits. This 5% increase will allow the water department to continue the maintenance of existing water and sewer systems, as well as update and expand our system to fulfill the needs of our existing customers. For residential customers, the water and sewer rate increase equates to 17 cents per 1,000 gallons for use. So the total estimated increase for a residential water and sewer customer is $2.66 per month for 7,000 gallons consumed. With the proposed increase in the water and sewer rates, the city of Cartersville residents will remain one of the lowest in the surrounding municipalities. An increase is needed again to maintain our existing system as well as our ongoing expansions. Upon conclusion of this reading, I recommend approval of the proposed water and sewer rate increase, and this will begin effective July 1st.
Thank you for that. And are there any questions or discussions on this item? If there are none, a motion is in order.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. And now for the fiscal year 26-27 budget.
Yes, sir. The fiscal year 26-27 budget ordinance has not changed since the first reading. The proposed budget is balanced at $408,271,680 across all funds and represents an increase of $25,045,337 over our fiscal year 25-26 budget. This equates to approximately a 6.54% increase. In the proposed budget includes salary adjustments, no increases in the city's property tax millage rates, an increase in health insurance premiums for the city and employees, as well as the small 5% increase in the water and sewer rates, as well as the continuation of the $2.50 adjustment to the administrative charge for the base rate of our electric customers. The budget comparison by type for the proposed fiscal year 27 budget as compared to 2026 includes an increase of $3.8 million for our personnel expenses, while our operating expenses decreased by $671,081. The purchase of commodities increased by a little over $3.5 million. Our debt service increased by $5,731,865, and our capital expenses increased by $12,152,732. As this completes the second reading of this ordinance, I recommend approval, and again, a full copy of the presentation as well as the full budget is available on the city's website for review.
Thank you. Questions or comments from anybody? Dan, anything?
Good, Mayor, I know you talked about this before, but we've been working on this since March, brought to Mayor Council in May for a preliminary, and obviously it's the second reading, so I recommend approval of this.
Thank you. And I'll just say, again, thank you to Diana and to you and everybody in the city staff for helping to put this together. You know, some will look at a general number and go, there they go again. I mean, I'll look at it this way. We're doing an awful lot of things in this community that are improving the quality of life and going to help us better serve our citizens. We are rolling back on our millage rate. We are not using bond funding other than for the large water projects that are going on. And so to me, I continue to look at this budget and the things that this city is doing as a dividend to the taxpayers who allowed us to invest in industrial growth. We've had that success, and what's in it for us? You know, everybody asks that, what's in it for us? And my answer back is we're going to more aggressively bring quality of life things. We're going to pave roads a little bit more aggressively than we've been able to do in the past. We're going to continue to try to retain employees and attract new ones that are going to be able to provide those quality services. So I'm proud of this budget. I'm proud of the work that you've did, and I appreciate the work of everybody in the city staff and this council for getting us to this point. So thank you. That being said, if there's nothing else, Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
There's a time for comment after the meeting. There's a time for public comment.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item is Mr. Lovell, you're up.
Yes, ma'am, this is an amendment to our sidewalk installation policies and ordinances. At the last meeting, if y'all recall, the original version had a no variance provision in there. Y'all decided that y'all would want a variance, but instead of going to the Board of Appeals, that would go directly to council. What this ordinance basically does is it allows the public works directors, if you meet certain requirements, to make a decision to say you do not have to install a sidewalk for your new project. However, you have to pay the equivalent of that sidewalk into the city's general sidewalk maintenance fund and improvement fund. It is recommended by staff for your approval.
Thank you. And you made a note during the work session that this would need to be approved as amended. Okay, thank you. Is there any other questions or discussion on this item? And thank you for that. And if there are none, the chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve as amended.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. We've got a couple of first reading of ordinances. Mr. Archer, you're up.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is a first reading of an amendment of this ordinance establishing a monthly fee of $20 for participation in the city's senior aquatic program for City of Cartersville residents, Bartow residents, city employees, and owners of businesses located within the city and/or Bartow County. The fee is necessary to allow participation in the Silver Sneakers program, which requires participating fitness and aquatics facilities to maintain a membership fee structure. Silver Sneakers is a fitness benefit available through many Medicare Advantage and Medicare supplement plans that provides eligible participants access to participating fitness centers and community facilities at no additional cost through their insurance provider. We recommend approval.
Thank you for that. Is there any discussion on this item? Thank you. Again, this is the first reading. We'll have the second reading of the ordinance on July 1st. Continue on with the next item, please, David.
Okay, the next one is also a first reading of an amendment to the ordinance establishing a fee schedule for non-resident users of the senior aquatics facility. including a monthly membership fee of $30, quarterly fee of $75, semi-annual fee of $150, annual fee of $285, and the daily rate is remaining at $6. Bartow County residents, city employees, and owners of businesses located within the city of Cartersville or Bartow County are exempt from the non-resident fee schedule and will be subject to the senior aquatic program fee established separately. The proposed fee structure supports participation in the Silver Sneakers program and provides a consistent membership framework for all users of the facility. And again, we recommend approval.
Thank you for that. Any questions or discussion on this? And once again, first reading, we'll have a second reading on July 1st. There was an added item that belonged to you, and I'll let you handle that now relative to Dellinger Park Engineering Services, please.
Okay. We're looking for approval of a proposal from Stevenson Engineering Incorporated for civil services, including topographic survey and engineering design services for the parking lot extension at Dellinger Park. The total cost of the services is $9,500. This is not a budgeted item, but we recommend approval.
Thank you for that. Is there any discussion? And hearing none, Chair will entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Mr. Porter, you got the next couple here.
Yes, Mayor. The first one's a memorandum of agreement with the Georgia Quick Start. This is our annual agreement we have with Quick Start and the city school system for the use of the primary school, and recommend this for your approval.
Thank you. Questions, comments, or motions?
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, please.
This next one's agreement with JRM Management Services for the 4th of July celebration. Recommend this for your approval.
Thank you. Questions, comments, or motions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Representation agreement for fire apparatus, Mr. Lovell.
Yes, Mayor, as we've discussed, there is a class action lawsuit going around regarding possible rig bidding by companies that provide fire trucks to local governments, and the city has been asked to participate in some of these. We're recommending you go with the firm of Davis, Lucas, and Carter out of Rome to represent that for us. It is recommended by staff.
Thank you. Any discussion? If not, Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Mr. Morgan, you're back up with us. We'll handle those two added items that are on your docket as well, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. We're requesting approval of the guaranteed maximum price provided by Hogan Construction of the Cartersville Police Department Firing Range at $7,203,003. It also includes the change order number 2 that we had that incorporated the additional items that were required for the LDP and to move forward with the building permit.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion on this item? If there's none, Chair will entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. And then the first add-on item is a relocation work agreement with AT&T.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. AT&T has given us a cost of $97,790.34. It's to relocate all of the poles that are currently in front of the city manager's office from Cherokee all the way over to Church Street. It'll take the 2 that are in conflict by where City Hall's being built, and also the 2 that are closest to the city manager's office. They'll cross the road or stay on the side of the road on the west side of Irvin Street from White and Choate all the way up until they cross Church Street, and then they'll go back across. It's a fiber line and a copper line that they're moving. This includes all of the engineering and also the work.
Thank you very much. Is there a time frame for that being done?
Once we turn in the contract and payment, they'll pull the items together within a month, and they hope to have that done now. They didn't give us the exact time on the work, but for that quickly for us is important.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. Any discussion? If there's none, Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. And then your last one relative to the Airport Authority, please.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. We're currently working on the southwest section of the airport, on the 61 closest to Old Alabama Road. We're doing a southwest ramp improvement. We want to add a ramp there and possibly hangars as we're looking at that. So we're doing the grading. Bartow County's been doing a lot of the grading. We have the cost for that at $394,458.23. We have budgeted funds that are available to cover that out of this existing budget. We're asking your approval to move forward. In the next budget, we'll have the paving costs and those other items that'll be coming forward.
Okay, thank you for that. Is there any discussion? If there's none, Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Freddie. Let's see, where are we? We're back to you, Dan, right?
Yes, sir. Law enforcement officer program with Cartersville City Schools. I'd like to recommend approval of this. City schools have already approved this document for us to go in forward our new fiscal year with this grant.
Thank you. Questions, comments, or motions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Let's have that last added on item that you have, Dan, before we get to Ms. DeSanto.
Molden and Jenkins is our audit firm. They are doing some additional audit services for us. I recommend that for approval.
Thank you. Questions, comments, or motions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you for your patience, Diana. We got you at the beginning, we got you at the middle, now we got you at the end.
All right. This item includes the contract for performing services for those agencies that are awarded funds each year as a part of our annual budget. The agencies and amounts for this year: the Cartersville Bartow Library at $520,000, Cultural Arts Alliance $41,000, Bartow County Juvenile Court $15,000, Bartow Health Access $5,000, Good Neighbor Homeless Shelter $24,000, Eddie Lee Wilkins Youth Association $18,000, Bartow Cartersville Joint Development Authority $250,000, Downtown Development Authority $212,790, Recovery Bartow $50,000, Advocates for Bartow's Children $50,000. All of these, again, are in the upcoming budget as approved.
Thank you. Is there any questions or discussion?
I have one question, and I apologize if it's somewhere in here, but in this packet, and it always goes out, there's a list of vendors in the back. Is that an annual total, or is that just per that month?
Month.
Great, okay. Interesting information. Thank you.
Yes.
Anything else? If not, Chair will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Don't worry about the agenda.
Motion carries unanimously.
Sorry, I had it all right here.
Jump right into April's financial report.
We'll skip over this part.
All right, so now the April finance report.
Yes, sir, and thank you for the opportunity to share some highlights from the report. Total revenues for all funds through April 30th are $193,323,688. Total expenses for all funds through the same period are $230,500,564. Revenues less expense equates to a net loss of $37,176,876, while our total unrestricted cash position across all funds through April 30th is $185,119,051. A few highlights from the general fund include a net operating loss or use of fund balance reserves of $11.4 million. This is primarily due to $26.3 million in capital expenditures with the purchase of fire trucks, construction of the new recreation center, additions at Matthew Hill Park, Dellinger Park softball fields, construction of the new city hall, and the engineering design and now going construction of our police firing range. Property tax collections are $5.5 million or 98% of budgeted amounts. Other revenues that are exceeding budget projections for the year include franchise fees, insurance premium tax, building permits, fines and forfeitures, and our interest earnings. The water fund is also currently operating at a net loss due to our ongoing capital expenses for the fiscal year totaling $52 million, of which $22.2 million are for the water treatment plant expansion and an additional $26.5 million for the wastewater expansion and design project. Our other enterprise funds, including gas, electric, stormwater, solid waste, and fiber funds, are operating at a net profit with healthy cash reserve balances. Our electric fund shows a temporary slight net loss, and that was due to the timing of our year-end settlement. And again, just as a follow-up to this summary, these numbers reflect activity for the first 10 months of our fiscal year as a projected use of fund balance of $58,220,495. Through April, again, 10 months, we've used $37.2 million, which is 64% of our projections. And yes, with the report, we do provide that summary listing. It is for any vendor receiving 5,000 more per month. That is all I have to report.
Thank you very much. Comments?
Just kind of you alluded to with the budget, obviously the only bond issue we have is for the water and sewer, and that was really, we're talking about $400 million worth of projects in the water and sewer. We only issued bonds for $250 million. A lot of these projects that you see that, yes, Diane has talked about, we dipped into our reserves. We knew that going into these capital projects. We're still doing very well financially, and thank you for Diane and her team for continuing good job with financial.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Thank you. Any business that needs to come before the city of Cartersville this evening? Come on forward. Your name and your address for our clerk, please.
Name is Mike Ellington, 501 West Avenue. Since that's already voted on, I'm probably going to radically change what I was going to say. I have a general level of dissatisfaction and concern how the city spends its money. I think you guys spend a lot of money. I've had a chance to go into some of the buildings that's recently been built, and I know that they were built with SPLOST money. I'm very familiar with SPLOST. When I worked in Cobb County, I spent millions of it. It's one of the reasons I actually, as a private citizen, I don't like SPLOST. I think it's a huge waste of money often because it produces a lot of money and more than what cities know what to do with, and counties. Some of the recent expenditures, like the $2.5 million, so you don't hear a train horn. When I heard that, I thought my head was going to explode. I laughed when somebody told me that, and they showed me in writing. I was like, oh my God. I know some of you live close to there and figure it's a good deal, but I don't know what the megalith that's being built beside here is going to cost. I hear that we're buying all new furniture. I don't know if anybody's built a new house and said, I'm chunking my old furniture and getting all new. That seems excessive and honestly unreasonable. So one of the other things I have concerns about, to me, the city seems to have some insidious fascination with competing with the private sector. A lot of these city services that could be privatized, in my opinion, should be. I'll give you an example. Lawn maintenance. We have full-time city employees cutting grass. And there's a lot of private providers, small business owners that would love to have those contracts and could probably do it cheaper because you're not paying a defined benefit retirement program. And so it works for other cities. I will tell you that. Second is your garbage service. A city of this size with a city-operated garbage service, a lot of cities that have that are smaller, and they don't have an adequate option for that. But here, you'll be covered up with private providers that would like to have that contract. You can divide it up by doing an RFP, like you do for record services, I assume. I know in other counties that's what they do. And again, if you don't like their service, you can put it in a contract. You can fire them almost without notice. So, and you'd save, I think you'd save an enormous amount of money. And I'm going to come back later to talk about the garbage service. I've had terrible service issues with those guys. Sometimes I feel like the citizens in 17th century France when Marie Antoinette said, let them eat cake, when they said the citizens are starving. Some of the folks around here, and I'm pretty active with Shop of the Hero. You see some of those people, single families, that are having trouble paying bills, and anytime you increase the budget, it hurts them. It hurts them. I wish you'd think of some of those. And I think all of you probably started out with good and noble intentions, every one of you, even though I disagree with you. I want you to think about that. And remember the downtrodden, not just the rich folks. Because the rich folks, and I'm on a fixed income. And I can't go and say, hey, my local government's spending a lot of money. Can you increase my Social Security? Like I get laughed at. If you give me a letter, I'll give it a shot. So I just have a general level of disappointment and concern, with the amount of money and the stewardship of the city funds. I really do. So honestly, more to come. I'm going to start. I'd like to stay retired, but I don't know. I might become a volunteer budget guy to start looking at some of the stuff that's being spent and how it's being spent. Because some of it I think is unusually high and unreasonable. My 2 cents worth. Thank you for the time.
Thanks for your comments. Anything else that needs to come before City Council tonight? Seeing none?
To add on to it, Heather 501 West Avenue. I think, to tag on to Mike's, we need to do a Doge here in Cartersville. And look at the things that we're spending money on. I'll give you an example. If you compare the city of Cartersville with the city of Marietta, they have more than double the number of citizens than we have. Yet, our city manager makes more money than theirs does. And I'm sure that we have other salaries that are highly inflated. So I just think that we need to look where we're spending our money and see if we can make better decisions with how we're spending it. Because as Mike said, you know, I can't go to I have a defined benefit pension. That's it. When my taxes go up and my expenses go up.
When is the last time your city taxes have gone up? The city millage rate, when is the last time it went up?
I do not know.
Okay, so they haven't in a long time. As a matter of fact, 2 years ago, they came down because the recreation bond came off. We're sitting at 2.6 something. I'd challenge you to compare the millage rate with the city of Marietta.
Okay.
And I'd also challenge you to find another city that has 3 to 4 different utilities that have to be looked after by the city management.
But could we spend our money more wisely so that maybe our millage rate could go down even lower? That's just something to think about. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak on any topic related to the city of Cartersville tonight? Seeing none, Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.